we're back with video 2, and the plan was to play Sicilians, so we're going to do that. And bishop b5 here doesn't work so well because I'm just going to get an extra tempi, and I already trapped a bishop. And this is a common tactic at lower levels. They want this bishop maneuver. They treat it like it's a Ruy Lopez or something, and it's just not, simply. So what is most efficient is going to be the question of the day that I often ask. And this encourages me. I'm just going to go queen b6, see if he'll worry about that. I don't want to do that. How about this one? I didn't want the pawn, rook b1, and I might have been okay, but I didn't feel the need to give him unnecessary play when I already have a little something going here. And when you're up material, you trade down. Knight b5 threatens knight c7, so simply avoid that. Where's he going? Gets a tempo off the rook. Try to get everybody in the party. Good. He was very helpful right then. The extra bishop's going to help. Let's go here. Idea was to play d5 to anchor the b. And you just want to make this type of game as clean as possible once you get the edge. And I'm not too worried about that guy. My king can always stop him easily. I'm more looking to go after that one. And also the bishop's covering now. It's going fine. Get off this pin, maybe do a little reorganization. Let's come all the way back here. Right. Okay. So we have in this e6 Sicilian a very, very common mistake. And I actually, when I first started playing the e6 Sicilian, one of my first tournament games with it was, I want to say, 2005. And I was around 1600 at the time. And my opponent, who was also in the mid-1600s, played this move, bishop b5. And I thought to myself, well, if I like the con, and I want to do a6 anyway, all this does is encourage me to gain a full move and get what I want. And this is just a common mistake. And then after bishop c4, well, that's very encouraging for me to play b5, and now the bishop needs to drop back to e2. But the problem is, a lot of players want to stay with themes that they know, and this already drops a piece. So I kind of question what to do and the best way to do it here. The engine likes knight e7. I initially thought about bishop b7 and like go d6, bishop b7, knight d7. I mean, when in doubt, hedgehog it out. You're going to hear me say this often in these positions. But I kind of like the move that I played, knight c6, because I'm waiting to see what he's going to do. And with bishop g5, it encourages me to ask some questions here. Like, what's the good bishop? What's the bad bishop? Doesn't matter that I'm a piece up. You still need to try to play as accurately as possible. When I'm up material, like in fact I'm playing slower than I normally do because I'm trying to play higher quality and I'm trying to practice the thinking method as I'm playing. So here, I mean, up material, trade down. Most people go bishop e7 and not think twice about it. But I feel like this bishop is covering key squares, so I went queen b6. And then when he played knight c3, I think some people would grab this pawn, but I'm already up material. The only chance that white has in the game is to come after me. So I felt that move was too accommodating and giving him some potential attacking ideas. Yes, black is still winning, but I felt it was unnecessary. And that's when I went with the bishop b4 idea. And it's kind of interesting because if he plays a3, I was just going to go back, and then we end up making this sort of trade where now it's actually something to think about because it's going to be two pawns, and my king can get safe very easily now with castles. So after bishop b4, knight g7, and this is a pretty significant mistake. It's up there with losing the piece because when you're down material, you should not be trading unless you have a very good reason to do so. This is just a defensive knight. He's not doing anything. This is an active bishop that very well could be centerpiece in attacking later. And the trade very much benefits me, and then now I'm up a significant amount of material, so I'm going to make double threats and try to force trades. And at this point, my opponent decided to come in. This was just not thinking about the knight's escape squares, and then I quickly want to get all of my pieces developed and in it, and the engine feels pretty good about the majority of my moves, and it's going to feel good about pretty much any move that doesn't blunder a piece at this point. So I'm not focused too much on accuracy, but my plan was to organize the bishops and go after the king directly. And after king g1, d3, king f1, and because the bishops are doing a beautiful job, we have the checkmate, which I was hoping to get to play in that one, but, you know, you don't always get what you want.